You can take a scenario of dynamic action based on certain value. If you are maintaining, for example, contract elements, if you are maintaining, if you are saving, system should maintain info type 19. I'm saving these details, system automatically triggering this reminder date. Monitoring of tasks, it is triggering. Even though I did not maintain any monitoring of tasks now, I'm just maintaining the contract elements like probation period start date, probation period end date. System is triggering this reminder date. You can enter and reminder date and you can maintain accordingly. For example, I'm trying to maintain some personal data, for example, from Indian to I'm changing, say, United States or something, any other German, for example. I'm saving this. Nationality I changed to German. I'm saving this. And system is directly changing it. There is no problem. Then I can go back and check, yeah, it's German. But if I'm changing this field, for example, marital status, I'm changing to married and trying to save it. Now system will not just simply save and go back. It will trigger other details. You can see it is triggering spouse details. It is selected family member spouse. It has printed Kumar last name and it has selected this gender and other things. You can enter date of birth, name of the all these things you can enter and main. So these are some of the examples of dynamic action. You can go back and configure additional dynamic actions. For example, based on a particular based on the particular PSA location wise, it should trigger. For example, for Hyderabad employee, some 185 should trigger. For Bangalore or other employees, for example, it should not trigger. For example, that is an example of a dynamic action. So what I'll do is there can be multiple scenarios where just taking one scenario, like based on location, certain contract elements or other things should trigger. For Hyderabad employees, for example, the contract element should trigger, or communications should trigger for some employees on a particular location. What I'm doing is I'm typing SPRO, SAP reference IMG. I'm maintaining, say, personal management, personal administration, then customizing procedures, dynamic actions. Dynamic actions, these fields needs to be maintained. For example, you can see this first column 00 and other things. This is the info type column. It's a 4-digit code. These all zeros meaning it's an action info type. Second field is the column subtype field on which logic is based. Third field is the field attributes, field info type fields. If the logic is based on the particular field, you can specify the technical field name of the field. Next one is the function character. You can use 04 or 06 this can be used. 04 or 06 something can be used here. Like for example 04, if it's there, 04 is there, it means for creation. If you are using 06, it's for create and change. Whenever you are changing any data, then also it should trigger. When you are creating new data, then also it should trigger. This is nothing but function character, FC code, 06, 08, all these things. Next one is nothing but the serial number. All these are serial numbers. 51, 52, 53, 54. Again, it's starting from 0 because it's a different combination. It's starting for 0, 1, 2. It is starting. And next field is the indicator for step. Like W is one indicator, or P is another indicator. W, P, I. These are the various indicators for step. For example, I for creation of data, P is for checking conditions. These values also we can use. These values need to be maintained while you are maintaining the dynamic action. And this is the code. So according to our scenario, for example, based on location, contract element should trigger. Meaning for one location, suppose for Hyderabad contract employees, a contract detail should trigger, but for other locations, it should not trigger. That's a requirement, for example. So in that case, the base object on which you are triggering is called the base object. Info type 1, for example, in our case. So this 00 is actions info type. Then meaning you have to look for 0001 info type. Okay, it starts from here. That's fine. But is there a field applicability is there? No. Directly you are specifying a location. As per the configuration, we can take, say, any, as per the configuration, you can take any of the values for info type 1, for example. So base info type is 1 in the scenario. There's no subtype for 1, so you can keep it blank. And based on field, the dynamic is not triggered this time, so it's blank. And this is the 00. You can see it is 00. 00 meaning irrespective of any of the actions taken, it will trigger 00. The other values like 02, 04, these can be used. Like you want to maintain or create or delete, it should trigger for create and delete, or it should work only for creation, or only for deletion it should work. These are certain values you can use. Then this is nothing but the serial number for the different combinations. This is the function character you can use. So what I'll do is I'll go for new entries. I'll look for whatever is not available to me. Whatever the number is not available, I'll use that. For example, it's starting from 04 function character you are using. Okay, for change, for create, you are using 04 for create. Okay, this is fine because you are maintaining creating data. For that purpose, you are using 04, which is fine. 04 you are using for function character. And serial number, say here after 30 there is no numbers are there, no numbers. I can use 41 something I can use. I'll go for new entries. base info type 0001. There is no subtype for info type 1, so I'm keep it blank. Field technical field name I'm not entering because the logic is not based on technical any field. Function character I will use 04. FC I'll use 04 because it's for creation. Serial number, say I'll use 41 because it's not existing. We have verified, so it's not existing. Next, indicator for step. I'm keeping it blank or I can keep it with star. Both mean the same thing. So as we are beginning a new dynamic action, I can maintain it as blank. For new line or the new dynamic action that you are maintaining, you can keep it blank. System reads it as a text. This is nothing but the code. For example, creation of 0016, for example, creation of 0016, for example. System treats this as a text. Why? Because the indicator for step is blank or star. That's why system is taking this variable function code actually, which is should be a code. I'm saving it. Next, I'm again taking 0001 and maintaining, for example, 04, the same one function character, serial number 42. This time I'm entering P because I want to check condition T001P hyphen Molga. So Molga is for country grouping belonging to T001P. Molga equals to within quotes you have to maintain. If you maintain directly, it will not, it's a wrong code. Molga equals to 40 meaning India, but it should be within quotes. So I'm specifying within quotes. If the condition should work for US, you can type 10 instead of 40. You can type 10. I'm maintaining, for example, 40. So Molga equals to 40, which is a condition that system should check. How do you know it's a condition? Because I specified P here in indicator for step. Okay. Again, I'm entering 0001 and blank blank and 04 function character 04 and this number say 43. Again, I'm maintaining P and maintain P again and say you are maintaining P 0001 hyphen works. Works is the technical name field name for the personal area, which is belong to this P0001. That's why I'm maintaining P0001 hyphen works. 0001 anyway is the info type. So works equals to say 3001. Any variable value that you are writing should be within the quotes. So this is wrong code. The right code is within quotes 3001. This code I'm maintaining. For other conditions, you can maintain the other conditions. There is no problem. Other conditions you can meet. For example, I'm typing 0001 and blank blank 04 and I'm maintaining serial number next line number 44 and I'm maintaining P again and here I'll maintain P0001 hyphen BTRTL personal sub area equals to say 1001. Then quote ends. I'll maintain 0001 space 04 again, serial number 45, and I can maintain another indicator for step like I, because I want to create data. So I'll type INS, comma, say 0016. Complete info type should be written 0016 info type. If you have specific subtype, you can put a comma and write that subtype, for example 03. But I'm not maintaining any subtype directly here. I'm maintaining just for the info type logics. I'm saving it. So system reads one by one. This line is system will read, this line will read. So P, when it sees P, this code it is comparing. And it is treating as AND condition for these. And conditions it is checking. And you can also maintain as OR condition. As OR. Let's see how to make OR condition. Here what I'll do is, again I will maintain, remove this, and I will maintain P again, and I'm maintaining for same BTRTL but other value, meaning P0001 hyphen BTRTL equals to 1002, but it should be within quotes. So I'm maintaining within quotes 1002. This code, when you are not maintaining quotation with quotes, it is a wrong code. But here also there is some problem here. System is checking one by one. Molga 40, okay. Works 1000, 3001, okay. BTRTL 1001, okay. And BTR 1002 system doesn't recognize. So these are two OR conditions. So for maintaining OR conditions, you can use /x. Here also you can use /x. Now it will take either one of them, whichever is available, and rest of the things will be specified as AND condition. Only these two things will be considered as OR condition. Again, if you don't want OR condition, based on that I can remove and I can maintain my own code. Again, I can remove this. I'm typing I. Here I'm typing INS, comma 0016. That's it. You can save it. This much is saved. A simple scenario that you have taken. Now what you can do is you can go back, and I'll try to maintain. For example, I'm typing PA40 in order to maintain data for hiring. For example, while I'm hiring a new employee. So when I'm executing it, I'll enter some data here. Say any data I will enter, and when you're maintaining that data, you can see one by one. When I maintain this data, you can see it's triggering. Again, it is triggering contract elements. You can see days or probationary period, 6 months, or notice period. All this system is triggering, and also typing, taking the default values, 36 days or 3 months, or you can override if you required. You can override those values, but they are defaulted here. for data maintenance. You can It's happening because of the dynamic action that you configured. Otherwise, this won't be working. If I go back and check that, if I go back and check that, if it is working for other personal area or personal sub area, we can check any number, any name, any date of birth you can maintain, and you can usually maintain logic based on group, employee group. You can maintain the logic. There is no issue. So this time also again these values come in like payroll area and other values. I'm saving this one too. And these personal details you can maintain some nationality, German or Indian you can maintain. And you can maintain some address. It has already triggered contract details specifying all the contract details. It has triggered.